Welcome, everyone. So good to be here. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today. So I decided to start the webinar 7 minutes early, and so that so that I can take in everyone that is going to join. So if you're with us, I can see there are some people that have already joined us. If you're joining, please just leave your name and where you're joining from and what you do. Introduce yourself in the comment section. Leave a comment and let me know who you are, where you're from, what you do. It's been so good emailing you, getting to know you via email. A lot of people, responded to my emails, and a lot of you are here because of you saw my emails. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the goodwill. I really appreciate it. And I'm not going to waste your time in this webinar. I appreciate all the good messages and all that. And thank you for joining today. And we're going to have an exciting time. I believe you're going to gain a lot from this webinar. A lot of lives are going to be changed. So if you're joining, um, you're as excited as I am to be here today, leave your name and where you're joining from in the comments. I see you, Emmanuel Collins from Ikeja. You're a software engineer. Thank you for your comments. So we'll just give 5 minutes for the others to join us. Thank you for joining. It's going to be an amazing time. I promise you, you're going to learn a lot and you're going to take so much away that will change your life from this webinar. If you're as excited as I am, drop a comment, introduce yourself, network in the comment section. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you do. And as we wait, also let me know what your expectations are from this webinar. It's also good, it will also help me to tailor my content to you. So I want to also know what your expectations are. What do you hope to gain from this webinar? Collins, let me know what you hope to gain. What do you hope to gain? What is the biggest thing that you hope to learn from this webinar? So tell me where you're joining from. Tell me your name. Tell me what you hope to gain from joining this webinar today. And we're going to get started as soon as we have more people here and as soon as it's 7 p.m. Thank you for joining and welcome once again. Let me know where you're joining from, your name, and what you hope to gain from this webinar. So let's go. While we wait for the rest. Let's go. Okay, 4 minutes, 3 minutes to 7. Let me know where you're joining from and what you hope to gain from this webinar. What are you looking forward to learning? What do you want to get out of this webinar? This webinar, is going to be life-changing. As I mentioned, there are a lot of things that you're going to gain from this that's going to change, your perception, that will also help you to learn valuable high-income skills and learn how to also earn in foreign currency, learn how to you learn this online business model that I've been talking to you about via email. So let me know which part of this webinar is the most exciting for you, when we go along. You can always engage. I want this webinar to be as engaging as possible. So let it not be one-sided, I want it to be a dialogue. If I'm saying something that resonates with you, let me know in the comments. So in the meantime, while we wait for other people to join and we wait for it to be 7 o'clock, let me know what you hope to gain from this webinar. First of all, introduce yourself and then tell me what you hope to gain. What are you looking to learn from this webinar? What are you looking to gain from this webinar? Yes, Temisa, product. Yeah, you said you're from Lagos. You want to learn how to get clients for your design and product agency. Wonderful. We're going to touch that. We're going to go into that during the webinar. Well done, well done, well done. So if you're joining us, state where you're joining from and what you hope to get from this webinar, right? So I can tailor my content to it. So we are waiting for others to join, and as they join as well, as you join, if you're just joining us, let me know where you're joining from and also what you hope to gain from this webinar. We're going to start in a couple of minutes. Please continue to drop your comments, leave a comment. I'm excited to have you here. It's going to be an amazing session. It's going to be very, very powerful. I mean, I'm feeling like a preacher right now. You know how energetic everything. I'm sure you're going to have an amazing time. I'm sure you're going to learn so much from this webinar today. So let me know your name. Let me know where you're joining from, and let me know what you hope to gain out of this webinar. I mean, we've been talking for a while back and forth via email, so it's good to finally, get to talk to you one-on-one on this webinar. So I want you to be as engaged as possible. Put your comments in, put your thoughts, put any comments you have, let me see them. Text me, send me a message in the comments. If something resonates with you, what I'm presenting, let me know in the comments. If there's anything in particular you want to learn, let me know also in the comments. I'm going to address it. It's so amazing to have you guys here. We're going to start shortly. Let me know where you're joining from and what you hope to gain out of this webinar. Jonathan Momo, joining from Lagos. Really nice to have you here. There are so many other people on this webinar that I have not heard from. So if you're here, if you're listening to me, if you can see me, let me know. First of all, let me even know if you can see me. If you can see me and hear me clearly, let me know. And then also let me know what you hope to gain from this webinar. We're going to start very soon. So keep dropping the comments. Keep dropping the comments. Let me know where you're joining from. We're going to start in a couple minutes. Okay, so let's just wait for some more people to join us before we start. So if you're just joining, yes, nice to meet you. Let's just wait for. Nice to meet you, Michael. Nice to meet you, Jonathan. So let me know what you hope to gain from this webinar. Yeah, I'm excited too, Ellen. Excited to be here as well. And also, I would love to also know what you hope to gain from this webinar. So what are you looking to learn? What are you looking to take away from this at the end of the day? Rachel, nice to meet you as well. from Lagos. Uh, Ajewole, Monday, Steven, nice to meet you. So let me know where you're joining from and what you hope to gain from this webinar. So we are going to start very soon. I see a number of people here, but let's have like 5 more people. So as soon as there are 10 on this, we can start. Esther, nice to have you here. Michael, yeah, hoping to understand what drop servicing is all about and how you can participate in it. Okay. Shobande Olumide from Lagos, nice to have you here. So let me know what you hope to gain out of this webinar. What you hope to learn? What are you looking forward to? So we'll start as soon as we have 20 people on the call. So let the messages keep coming. Let the messages keep coming. Let the messages keep coming. I'm reading them. Let the messages keep coming. It's so good to have you guys here. We've been having so much chit chat back and forth via email. So it's good to finally meet everyone and finally put a face to the name, especially for those that didn't come to the event. So it's good to have you guys here. Okay, so we have about 22 people from my end. Okay, so I think I should just get along. Then other people can join us. Thank you guys so much for joining. So let me share my screen. So once again, good evening, everyone. And thank you for joining this webinar today. I'm so excited to have you. There's so much that I want to share with you, and I've not really shared this, anywhere else. But I consider you guys my inner circle. I mean, you've been, some of you have been to the events I've hosted, for years now, and it's so good to finally share this with you. Um, Nice to meet you, Chinda. Welcome. So, today I'm going to be talking about um, a little secret. I mean, a business model that I've been using for a while. I stumbled upon it a while back, and it has allowed me to make a couple thousands dollars even while I was, and I'm still also, still working a 9 to 5 job. I've been doing a 9 to 5 now for years, and I still also do this online business on the side, right? And I'm going to show you the exact step that I followed that you also can follow to use to go from zero to your first 750 in a few weeks, right? So, if you're as excited as I am, let me see. I'm excited in the comments. Just put I'm excited, type I'm excited in the comments, and also leave emoji, wave, put I'm excited in the comments, because you're about to learn something that very few people, know about. So, this business model that I'm talking about, it doesn't take much, to get started. It doesn't take much to do. All you need is just a phone. I mean, a lot of us use smartphones anyway, so you might as well use your smartphone in a way that it will make you money rather than just be an entertainment tool, right? So it doesn't matter if you're a skilled professional or not. It doesn't matter if you've ever made any dime online or not. This model works regardless. So even if you're not skilled, if you're entry level, if you're a beginner, if you're an expert, online in online business. I need to plug my laptop. Okay. Oh, I just hope this doesn't go off. Yeah, super excited to have you guys here. Give me a moment. Let me just plug in my charger. Where is it? Just a minute. Okay. So I'm back. So that we don't get interrupted, I needed to just plug my system in so it doesn't go off. Okay, so I was talking about, for those that just joined us, please introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from and what you hope to gain from this webinar. You didn't miss much. So I started first by talking about a business model that I've been doing alongside my 9 to 5. And it has also, in a way benefited organizations that I've worked for, but I'll still talk about that when we get to that point. And this business model is something that anyone can follow. I'm going to share the steps. There are 5 easy steps that anyone can follow, and you can go from 0 to your first $750 in a few weeks. So all you need is your smartphone. If you're using an Android phone or an iPhone, anyone, it doesn't matter. And you don't even have to be a very, very skilled person or a professional. And it doesn't matter if you've ever made anything online before. Okay. So when people see opportunities online, a lot of people, tend to label them as scams. And I don't want to waste your time, right? So if at any point I'm not here to change your mind, right? So if you are one of those people that see everything as, a scam and all of that, I have a reputation to protect. So you can leave. I'm not going to waste my time trying to change your mind, or trying to make you believe or anything like that. So that's just a disclaimer, just to put that out there. So my goal for this is to put you on the right path, because I've observed that, a lot of people, fail or lose money when they're trying to start, a business online. Like it's not very, very easy to make money online, especially with your smartphone. It's easier to just watch Netflix or, chill and faff around, right? But the main reason that I've seen that a lot of people do not, make money online, or, leverage their smartphone to make money online, is because of lack of the right knowledge, right? So we're exposed to a lot of things. That we're in an age where there's so much information, um, to the point where there's an information overload. So we have access to a lot of information that we are overloaded with information, and then we don't even know the right information from the wrong information, right? And it can lead to indecision, it can lead to analysis paralysis, and all of those sort of things, and you're not able to even make the right decisions, and you end up failing and you get burnt. And then a lot of people come and say, oh, that opportunity or that business was a scam or something like that, right? So the reason is it's not a lack of information, but it's a lack of the right information. So I'm not here to introduce you to any platform that promises money. It's not an MMM, it's not a MLM, multi-level marketing nonsense, scheme or anything like that. If that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. I'm here to show you how you can basically leverage your time, your skills, your energy, a lot of those time that we spend on Netflix and chilling and all of those things, your spare time, that you're basically maybe using for other unproductive things, you can use that same time to start and scale this business model, right? And so it's not an MLM, it's not affiliate marketing, it's not any of those sort of things. So we are here for serious business, and what I'm about to tell you about is for people who are willing to put in the work, right? It's not for people that are looking for get rich scheme. I don't believe in get rich schemes. I believe that if you get money easily, you lose it easily. It's money that you work for, that you put in work, you put in sweat, that lasts. I mean, I guess it's just how I was brought up, but I mean, from experience, it's what I've seen. If I get money very easily, I tend to misuse it. But if I work for it and I put in the work, it helps. It stays longer with me. Those sort of income. So if you're one of those people that are looking for like fast ways to make money, I mean, this is the best time for you to drop off, because what I'm going to show you takes work. It takes putting in the work. It takes putting in effort to make it work. And if you don't put it, or if you don't put in that effort, you will not see results, right? And it's just as simple as it is. No sugarcoating it whatsoever. So if you stay till the end, you'll be far ahead of those who don't stay, right? If you stay to the end, you'll be far ahead of those who don't stay. And why did I say that? Because those who give up, right, they always have half-baked results or information. So if you don't stay to the end, say for example, you learn, I mean, you've learned the concept and all the things I'm talking about, and you don't stay till the end, you would not know how to implement what I'm teaching or what I told you about, right? So if you stay to the end, you get the complete information, you get the complete package, and that can help you to implement it. Because for me, I believe that ideas are like asses. Everybody has an ass, right? We all have asses, but implementation is the most important. It's what separates the successful people from the everyone else, right? So if you stay till the end, you will get the complete package that will help you to succeed, to implement, especially. So implementation, remember, is the most important, not even just gaining the idea. So this business and this model, I've also been able to, like, a lot of people are already using it. I've taught people, for example, this young boy is someone that I met, and he has been working with me for a while. So, and he learned it from me, and he was able to use it to get his dream from. I mean, for him, getting an iPhone has always been like a big dream for him. He was using one of these like small Android phones that have very, very small space, and he wasn't. He was always, he was dreaming of getting a better phone, changing that phone, and so he learned this. And within a couple of weeks, he made some money, and he was able to buy himself, a very clean, very good iPhone, and he has been very excited about it. And also, there's also Fumi that also learned this a couple of months ago, and she has been able to hit $1,000 from this as well, right? We also have Ebuka. This is like one of the most inspiring success stories. He used to be a sales boy. So imagine someone going from a sales boy to someone that can actually like afford to take care of himself. So he makes a lot of money weekly from this business model. He works with clients abroad. He's able to find them online through the platforms that I'm going to show you. So he finds those foreign clients on freelancing sites and all, LinkedIn and all those couple other sites as well. So he has been able to make money that has changed his life. So he's no longer working as a sales boy, right? And he's doing really, really well for himself. So these are just, some of the few people that are, using this business model, this opportunity, right? And I mean, I'm not just showing you something that has not worked for me myself. So sometime in 2023, right, I um, was able to make about $5,000, and it was through LinkedIn, through the same process that I'm about to show you. And it just started from a conversation that I had with the co-founder and CEO of a company, a tech startup in Canada, right? And at the end of the day, the whole conversation led to him paying about 5,300, if I remember correctly. And around that time, the exchange rate was going to like 900, but I think it was in 2024 January there about that. It crossed 1,000 and 1,005. So the exchange rate then exchange to naira was about 5 point something million, right? Um, and that was just like one client that I met, that I used this process and I got to meet, and was able to make this much from that client, right? So there might be people here on this call who don't know who I am. That would be shocking, especially if you don't know my name. I wonder how you got to find out about this webinar. But if you know my name, there's no need for me to introduce myself again because you already know who I am. But for those that don't know who I am, my name is Kayode Abbas, and I have been featured, in a number of places, in magazines. I've done a lot of interviews. I was top LinkedIn personality for 2021, 2022. I've done a lot. I've worked with a lot of brands that today. I've held leadership positions. I've built companies from the scratch. If you know Gigi.ng very well, I was one of the first, people that worked with Gigi. So I worked closely with the founders at the time. And that was was it 2023 or 2024, 2015 or 2015, 2016, and we built the brand together. In about 2-3 years, Gigi became like number one marketplace in Nigeria. So I've done a lot, and I've built brands. I've worked with a lot of local and foreign brands, and a lot of you probably know me from LinkedIn Local Lagos. So yeah, and I'm also a global speaker. I've spoken, here I was in Senegal in the picture in the extreme left. On the extreme right, it's just I'll be in Ghana next month. So this is just part of what I do. Like I'm I'm always, I'm up and about. And some of you are going to think that, yeah, I'm special, or I'm lucky, or I have connections, or, all of these things. And you'll probably be asking yourself, can I also achieve this type of things too? And I think it's very normal to ask, to, aspire for things like this. But I was I wasn't always like this, right? And I'm going to share my story of how I, rose from a nobody, like basically nobody. I came from nothing, to become who I am today. And the reason why I'm sharing this is not for aspire to perspire purposes, right? It is just to show you that no matter how tough life is right now, no matter how bad things are, no matter how poor, your background was or is, you can actually still make it, right? And that is because the internet has made it possible for everyone to have access. And I say this with all confidence. Like, if I didn't know what I knew, if I didn't learn what I learned, or if it wasn't for the internet, like I'll probably, be at the mercy of, one employer. A lot of us, probably will not even be here, right? So it is actually very, very possible to make it because of the internet, right? So I will just share my story a bit. So in April 2020, during COVID, um, I was working about that time, right? But, you know, I was earning like close to nothing. And around that time too, I think I even started one business or something like that, and it failed woefully. And around that period, my mom was rushed to the hospital. So I can't even remember if I was earning up to like 100 or 150K from everywhere. And I am the first child, right? And I was called to bring money. Of course, like there's no one else. She doesn't have a retirement pension or anything like that. And I was just working, and there was no savings. I'm sure you can really like, oh, you're just working very, very hard, no savings, you're not earning really, really well. And the funny thing was that even despite, all of those things, I was still popular on LinkedIn because I had started posting on LinkedIn and all of those things, but I was broke. And I mean, this is a secret. A lot of guys that you see online, they might be popular and popping and all of that, but shishi, right? So around that time I had thousands of followers, blah blah blah, but I didn't have money, and I was broke. And so I just got fed up, and I thought to myself, like, what kind of life, is this? And that day I got fed up, and I swore that I was going to do everything legal to change my story, right? And I promised myself that I would never be in that position again, that I was going to do everything, every single thing possible. And after that incident, like I had to borrow money. Like we ran up and down, got money for my mom's health, pay for the hospital bills, all of those things. And after that, I still had to borrow money to take trainings and courses and all of those things because I needed to learn a way to make extra money. The money I was earning from my job was not doing anything at all. So I needed to add, I needed to make sure that that kind of incident never happens again, right? And so in so a breakthrough happened. I met a client online. I met Manny. So Manny, is in the UK. He has a business. In fact, he has many businesses, and over time we've worked together. And he has moved from time I knew him. He has moved from UK, to the US, and I think is now in Canada. So that was my journey, and that was where the breakthrough came from. And I started, to earn in foreign currency. I started making money in dollars. It was paying me when he was in the UK. It was paying me in pounds. When he moved to the US, USD, now Canadian dollar. So the latest project that we're working on is, an ed tech, and that's part of what I'm going to talk about here. So there are various niches, there are various industries that you can target, that you find clients to work with, right? And ed tech is one of them. Ed tech means education technology. So I'm sure you would have seen Utiva, those kind of businesses that offer trainings and courses, how to learn programming, all of those things. Um, so imagine working for a company like Utiva, but not in Nigeria, but abroad. So they are paying you in the currency, of the country abroad, right? And you're helping them get students there. But we'll get to that point. This is where the breakthrough happened, and I started making good money from from money. And my first big break was like $500. That was like big money to me at the time. And so $500 then, I think it was like eight something or nine something, and that was big money just for one particular project, one campaign. So that was where the breakthrough came from, right? And it taught me a big lesson, that you don't have to wait for an emergency before you do something about your life, especially your financial life. And that emergency that I had, my mom was sick, she was about to die. She needed to do that surgery, and it woke something in me, right? And but then I thought to myself, like, what if that did not happen? Would I continue of living, the way I was living? So is a lesson that you can learn from my story. You don't have to wait to a point where your loved one is sick or somebody's about to die, and you just need they just need small money like 500k or 200k to save them, and you cannot provide it. You don't have to wait to that point before deciding to take action, right? Because it will be very, very late by then. Like, imagine if you had a loved one and it's just 200,000 that can save them, and you cannot provide that 200,000. It will be a shame, and it will hurt. So you don't have to wait to that point before you do something about it, right? And also, you are just one information away from your financial big breakthrough, right? You just need to be ready to do what it takes when that information presents itself. So when you get that opportunity to find that information that will help you to take charge of your finances, to break through from all the problems and all the limitation, if it presents itself, you have to do what it takes to grab that opportunity. And those are the lessons that you can get from that's the what I just told you about. And it's something that, I mean, when people ask me why do I do all the things that I do, that is my why, right? So if you don't have a why, you need to reevaluate. Like, my loved ones, my parents, my brother, they are the reason why I'm doing a lot of things that I do, right? Because I have felt that feeling before of like almost losing my mom to sickness that could have been prevented if we're financially okay, right? So, my aim for this presentation is to help you understand what this drop servicing business model is about, right? You've been hearing drop servicing, maybe from my email, or maybe you've even Googled it or something like that, right? But I want to help you understand it, and that's why I'm having this webinar. That's why I'm doing this presentation today. I want to help you understand it. I want to show you the steps to get started right away, right? And um, at the end of this training, at the end of this presentation, right, just to be very transparent with you, I will give you an opportunity to work together with me and my team through a mentorship program. And this mentorship program, is for people who don't want to leave anything to chance, right? You don't want to be in that situation where your loved one is sick or is ill, and it's just small money that is going to help, and you are not able to provide it. These are the type of people that I want to be able to work with, right, in this program. So if you're that type of person, I would urge you to stay to the end of this webinar, this presentation, so that when I present that opportunity, you can grab it with both hands. So, yeah, so let's go into the presentation proper. So you've heard my background, you've heard about my story, you've seen some of the achievements I've made. So I'm sure some of you will be like, I mean, that one, concern me. I want to learn what you promised. So yes, so let's go into the meat of the matter now, right? So there's only one way to make money, right? Whether online or offline, there's only one way to make money, and that is you have to sell a product or a service, right? Actually, there are three ways. If you're not selling a product or a service, you can take a gun and go and rob a bank. That's the third way to make money. But if the legit way to make money, offline or online, it is either you are selling a product or you are rendering a service for money, right? And the same thing applies to internet businesses as well, or making money online. You have to be rendering a service or a product, right? And there's a shift happening online now. Um, I mean, the world is changing. I'm sure we're all familiar. Everything is changing rapidly daily. AI, this machine learning, everything, things are changing, right? And the world is moving to what is called the gig economy. And I'm sure like a lot of us are familiar with it. So a lot of companies abroad now are preferring to hire people in different time zones, right? So they are looking to third world countries, people in the US, UK, all of those countries, Canada, right? Because contract staffs are cheaper than having full-time staffs, right? So um, this is what is called a gig, and that economy, that structure, that industry is growing every. I mean, it has been growing for the past 10 years, but we've got to the point, especially since COVID, where it has it has exploded, right? So a lot of companies abroad would rather hire people abroad, right? Hire people from India, hire people from Africa, Nigeria, all of these other countries, because they are cheaper, and then they are contract staffs, right? So if you're a full-time staff over there's so much obligations that you have to do for your full-time staff. It's not like in Nigeria here, where you can just hire somebody and you're not paying them pension, or you're not paying taxes for them, and all of those things that employers get away with here. Over there, there's so much involved in employment, right? So they would rather prefer to just like hire contract staffs, give the work to people in third world countries like India, Africa, Nigeria here, right? So you get to work from the comfort of your home using your phone or your laptop, and you decide the hours that you work, right? And so for you to take part in this new economy and to be able to earn in dollars, earn extra in dollars, you need to have high income skills. So it's not just anybody that can participate in this new gig economy. It's not anybody that can just get clients abroad, or get somebody get a contract work from a company abroad. It will not happen if you don't have the type of skills that they are looking for, right? So you need to have high income digital skills, right? So high income digital skills are, I'm going to talk about them. There are a lot of them, but they are in high demand, right? They are in very, very crazy high demand, and the demand is increasing every day. Companies are looking for people. Companies abroad are looking for people that can help them, generate leads. They're looking for people that can help them close sales. They're looking for people that can help them with customer service. They're looking for people that can help them with other basic, small things like website design, all of these other things. So these are high income skills, and they are in crazy demand, you know. So the money that you're going to make with these high income skills is not like small money, especially because the current situation of things. Dollar now, $1 is about 1,510. I mean officially, but black markets is up to like 1.6, right? So if you change, say, $500 to naira, I mean, you're looking at going to like 750 or thereabouts. So this kind of money with the skills that you acquire can change your life. It can change the course of your life, right? So I want you to take it seriously, right? So there are a lot of skills that you can choose from, and you can do all of these things using your smartphone, right? So I have people, like some of the people that I've shown you, that are making as much as $2,000 monthly, from just copywriting. You're writing sales copy for companies abroad. You are doing digital marketing, social media. You're helping them with consulting. All of these things. People are making it in this same Nigeria, right? And they're not doing Yahoo or anything like that. It is legit, and they're working with companies abroad. And so what if you don't have any of these skills? How can you still participate? How can you still work with businesses abroad? Because I'm sure a lot of us on this webinar here, we are beginners. You're probably, maybe even you're already doing digital marketing or social media management, but you're probably not that experienced enough, or you don't even like, you don't think that you can work with companies like that over abroad. I'm going to shock you very soon. So you see that it's actually just a mindset thing. It's just a mindset thing, right? So if you don't have those skills, or you don't feel confident enough that you have the skills to compete abroad, that is where drop servicing comes in, right? And so this is what you can do if you don't have those skills. You can find a local service provider with that skill. And what do you do once you find that local service provider? You basically get the clients online, you've gotten the clients, and your job is to then take that job and look for somebody that can provide that job and, basically outsource it to them, right? So who is a service provider? A service provider can be a freelancer. There are so many people now that are freelancing. There are people that are, if you go on LinkedIn, you see a lot of them. They are freelancers, copywriting, this website, this, all of that. So many people like that. And there are companies also that provide, digital services too. So it's very, very simple with dropshipping. So this is how dropshipping works. You basically get the client, you charge. So let's say, for example, it is something as simple as social media management, or social media management can just be posting on the client's page, and you charge maybe, for example, $150. You can get somebody in Lagos here that you can pay $50 and keep the remaining $100. It is very, very, it is something that I presently do for some of my clients. Like I have, and maybe I can even still, like maybe along the line I'll show you like groups, that I have on WhatsApp. I have those freelancers there. I have people that are working for me. Once I get those jobs, it's not like I can't even do them. I can do them, but I have like so many other things. Remember that I also have a 9 to 5. I have a full-time job. So I get the brief from the client, I get the job, and I get local freelancers that can do them, create a WhatsApp group, add them there, and give them the brief and make this thing, the margin in between, right? So you're getting $150, you're paying the freelancer 50, you're keeping the 100. But it doesn't now mean that you should not. So your job here is not doing the job. Your job is to manage the freelancer, to make sure that the freelancer does the job for the client. Because if you don't do the job, that's when there will be trouble, right? If you get paid and you don't deliver, that is criminal. That is a scam, right? So you get the 150, you charge the client 150. This is an example. It can be more, right? It can be 5,000, it can be 3,000, depending on, what you are delivering and your sales and negotiation skills. So if you can negotiate well, then you take that and you find someone that can do it for less, you pay them and you keep the rest, and you manage them and make sure that they deliver. So once they deliver, you're free. You can touch the money, then the money is 100% your own. So this is how drop servicing works. So you get the job, you find someone, a local service provider, you pay them part of what you've collected, and you keep the difference, the margin, right? And so the key to making this thing work is that you need service providers. You need to find freelancers, and there are a lot of them now. You just need to check LinkedIn, check Instagram. There are so many freelancers, so many agencies that are looking for work that don't have clients and all of those. You can, all you just need to do is to ask for their portfolio. So a portfolio is just a sample of their works. So you get their portfolio. With this portfolio now, that's what you're going to use to look for clients. That's what you're going to use to show clients that, okay, this is what I've done, right? And you present it, you present that portfolio, the client hires you, pays you, you take that, you hire the freelancer or the agency, you pay them, and you keep the difference, right? So you also make sure that you get the timelines, because everybody has, like, their own timelines and expectation. There's a timeline that the clients will expect from you. So for some clients, they might want you to, maybe it's a graphics design, for example. A client needs a graphics design in 5 days. You need to find a freelancer, or you need to agree with your freelancer that this is the timeline. You have to deliver this work in 5 days, right? So you need to also get a proper timeline that goes with what you are, promising. So you get the timeline, you get the portfolio, and then when the client pays, you pay the client, you pay the freelancer, and that is how to make this thing work, right? So The digital skills, the skills and the services that we're offering, I'm going to give you, the most high demand, simple ones that you can basically do, right? And there are a lot of them that you can provide, and you get good clients and you keep the margin, right? So one of these, I've already mentioned it many times. You can help with YouTube and Instagram growth. So there are a lot of people looking to grow their YouTube, Instagram especially, but Instagram has, it has casted a bit. There are many people doing, but YouTube is something that a lot of people are not still doing, that you can find people. So people are looking to grow their YouTube channels. You can start to reach out to people that have YouTube channels with very few subscribers, and you're messaging them that, oh, I can help you build your subscribers on YouTube. I can help you get more views. If you're able to get just one person to pay you like 200, 500, you can get people here locally that do it for maybe $50. Even if you want to even still go abroad, you can get people on Fiverr or all those platforms that do it lower than what you charge, and you're paying them. But this is just one of the many services. There are so many others. There is cartoon and whiteboard animation. This is one that I even do like a lot, because my brother, I have a younger brother that does animation and cartoon. So once I get those jobs, I just call him up and say, oh, I have this job. And he will even be excited, right? So I charge the client one amount, I give him, part of it, and he's excited that he even gets a job. He does the job, delivers, and I also have freelancers that do that as well, right? There are other services also that you can provide, like ebook cover, SEO services. All these services, you don't have to be able to do them, right? You can get people that will deliver them. There are people in Nigeria that are very, very good at delivering, local freelancers that are actually very, very good at these skills. So all you just need to do is to, offer these services, find people that want to do them. A lot of websites need SEO, both local and foreign. And there are a lot of startups, fintech startups. There are many, many of them, like fintechs especially. Every day there's somebody opening a new fintech, both local and abroad. So I mentioned Expedia that I worked with, right? So Expedia is a fintech in Canada, even though it is a Nigerian founder. They have a Nigerian founder, but it's in Canada. They service the Canadian and US market. And I was able to get them and work with them, and a lot of the work was outsourced, so I didn't have to deliver any of the work. I gave them to a local service provider that delivered the work, and I made the extra. I made a lot of profit from that particular business, right? So other skills, there are other skills and services that foreign companies pay highly for. So apart from all the other ones, the ones that I just showed you now, they are small compared to this one. So for sales, if you can get good freelancers that can do sales closing, sales setting. So these are people that will get on a call and help this business owner to close sale, right? You can charge as much as $3,000, $5,000, and these guys will pay, or they can even pay you or they can even pay you commission. So there are a lot of them sell, they call it high ticket products. That's tickets, products that sell for like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So if you're able to close one person, they can give you as much as 10%, 15% commission. So imagine closing $5,000, just one, and you get 10%. That's 500. So there are other skills and services that you can provide, and then get somebody to deliver them. So like sales, copywriting, lead generation. These are all the things that I do, daily. And I have a very demanding 9 to 5 job, and I still, manage to set it up, work with these guys, and deliver them, right? So, I'm sure you might be thinking, how do you find these service providers? There are a lot of people, as I mentioned before. There are so many local freelancers, so many local agencies looking for clients. All you just need to do is to search that particular service that you want to provide, and you see them on LinkedIn, you see them on Instagram, you see them on all of these platforms. Then you can also search for for them on freelance websites. I think the easiest part of this is getting the service providers. Those because there are so many of them, both locally. You might even know some of these people that that are very skilled in this thing, probably a friend or maybe even a family member or something like that, right? So that's even the easy part, getting somebody that can provide that service. Now, the more advanced part is getting the companies that will pay you to provide that service. And that is where you now need to start looking for clients. So there are clients on Upwork. If you know Upwork, upwork.com. So all you just need to do is to take the portfolio of the service provider, the freelancer. You're going with that portfolio, you're presenting it on Upwork, you're presenting it on Fiverr, you're presenting it on Facebook, you're presenting on LinkedIn. So with LinkedIn, it's actually very, very even easy, right? So you can search for, like, how I found Expedia was very simple. So I just went on LinkedIn, searched, changed the location to Canada. And even, I mean, you can even change your location too. It doesn't matter, but you can find people in other countries. So I searched for, CEOs in Canada, and, it brought like a lot of those people. And then you can just message them and say, oh, I offer this particular service, I can give you, because I'm going to tell you, like, getting service providers abroad, like, they also know it, these businesses know it, it's very, very expensive, right? Getting service providers is very, very expensive. So if you want to, if you reach out to them and they see that you're actually providing this service that they need at a fraction of what they will pay abroad, they would not see any reason not to hire you, right? So you can access these platforms from your phone. I'm sure you're aware, a lot of you already have LinkedIn, you have social media platforms on your phone, so you don't need an advanced phone to be able to do this particular business model, right? You don't need to use an iPhone. If you have a Techno Infinix, it doesn't matter, right? What matters is your drive and your work ethic. You need to be committed. You need to, like, put in the work and the effort. And even, like, you also need to have, like, the right mindset that these people cannot bite, right? So if you message somebody on LinkedIn, the worst thing they can say is no. They would not, like, blast you or anything, or worst case they just ignore. And but the more people you reach out to, the more you're able to, like, get at least a positive response. So if you reach out to 10 people, you get one positive response, and that positive response might be the person that would give you, that will be able to afford to pay like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 to provide that service that you're offering, right? So I hope you can see how simple this process is, right? And the good thing is that you can do it from your phone. You don't even need to have a computer. It is very, very simple, very, very easy. All you need is time, 2 hours, 1 hour a day. You're messaging, you're finding clients. The service providers are even the easy part, right? So I'm sure you may be wondering, like, okay, why would these guys want to work with you, and why would they pay you so much money for the services you're providing? And that is, as I mentioned before, service providers are expensive abroad. There's so much baggage that they come with. So, and that's why companies like Andela and Deca, for those that know Andela, like, Andela's business model is simple. They find local web developers, local developers. That's what Andela does. They find all these young guys that can code. Before, they used to train them, but now they don't train them anymore. So what they do is they just find guys that can code. They find businesses abroad that need cheap developers, and the companies pay them. They pay the developer. That's their business model, and they are worth billions of dollars. They've been invested in by Facebook. Facebook invested in Andela and then there's Decagon too that is doing the same thing. And this is their business model. So there's no illegality or anything involved in this. This is a business model of a lot of companies, right? Even Fiverr, freelance.com, this is how they make their money, by just connecting business owners to the service provider. That's all. So you are doing the same thing as what Andela is doing, but the only difference is that Andela is a big company. Like they have hundreds of people that is working with them. They have, people that are in marketing, recruitment, all of these things. But your job is simple. You are reaching out to those clients, you are getting them, and then you are finding somebody to provide them. So you are basically doing the same thing as what these guys do. So um so as a newbie, how to get started is very, very easy. There are just simple steps, four simple steps, and you start working with these companies, and you start earning in foreign currency. The first is to identify a niche. So a niche basically is the service. What service are you providing? You can decide, okay, I want to I have friends, or I'm close to, or I know people that do web development very, very well. I have friends, or I know people that are good web designers. So your niche is your service, and then you also decide what is the industry. So for me, it is edtech, fintech. You can decide, okay, I want to also look at fintechs. There are a lot of fintechs that are raising thousands, millions of dollars in funding, that need all of these services, and they need people to provide them, right? There are other also niches that you can look at, other industries that you can also look at, like health and wellness. Then there's professional services. All these are there are thousands and thousands and thousands of companies in these industries abroad, especially the health and wellness, the professional service, fintech, and edtech. There are a lot of them on LinkedIn. There are a lot of them on Instagram. There are a lot of them on all these other platforms that are looking for, all these services. And all you just need to do is to decide, okay, these are the people I want to focus on. Like for me, it is edtech and fintech. So I go on LinkedIn, search, search by country, US, Canada, find, put the industry, which is financial services or education, and then you see a lot of them. You see the edtech, people that are education technology, financial technology. That's what edtech and fintech means. So you decide on the web, this is the industry and this is the service I want to provide to them. Once you've defined that, the next step is to build a professional online presence. So if you've seen my LinkedIn, you see how you can build your online presence. It's very, very easy. All you need is a good profile. So optimized profile. You are posting about what you do, so that when you message them and they go to your page, they don't think that you're a scammer, because there are so many scams on LinkedIn and on social media, right? So you have to have an active social media presence. You don't have to like do a lot, but make sure that like your photo is there, your profile is maybe branded a bit, and then you're actively posting content, so that when you reach out to these people, they don't think you're a scam and they give you the audience. And that is the only thing that that's the main thing that drives a lot of business. So imagine if somebody reaches out to you and they're telling you about the best opportunity of your life, and then you check their profile, they don't have any picture there, they've not been posting and all of that. What immediately comes to your mind? You think scam or a hacker, right? So you don't want to present yourself like that. So the second step is to build a professional online presence. If you're looking for an example, you can look at my profile. There are a lot of other people also that you also follow, that you love what they're doing online. Just copy what they're doing and how their profile is set up and how they build their presence. You don't have to get a lot of likes. It's not necessary. That part is not important. But what you just need to do is to show that, like, I'm an actual human being. I'm not a robot, or I'm not the AI, and I'm not a scam. That's what it means. You don't have to have a lot of likes and comments and all of that. All of those things are not very important. And if you remember in the beginning, I mentioned how, like, in 2020, I was like getting a lot of followers and all of those things, but I was still broke. So having followers, having likes, having all these things doesn't put money in your pocket. So you don't have to have that, but just make sure that like you have a solid online presence. That is the step 2, right? So step 3 is to now reach out So you are going to where these clients and companies are. I mentioned before, they're on LinkedIn, they're on Instagram. In fact, a lot of people misuse Instagram. Instagram has a lot of businesses, foreign businesses. All you just need to do is to search with the hashtag. So you can use hashtag, it will bring out all of these accounts. There are hashtags like entrepreneurship, hashtag like businesses, business, all of these things will bring out business owners, and then you can send them messages, right, and reach out to them. So this is step 3. So I mentioned the platforms, social media. Then step 4 is when you now get, you've reached out to the businesses on LinkedIn and Instagram. You get you get them to agree. So you now need to find local service providers that is going to fulfill the service, right? So I think I've said a lot. If you're following, let me know you are getting value from it. Text put in the comment section, say I'm following, put it in the comment section. So I don't want this to just be a one-way conversation. I've said a lot. So if you still want me to continue, I need to know that you're with me. So put it in the comment section, say, type I'm following. So I'll know that I am not just, speaking plenty English and you're not listening to me, or you've lost me. Okay, yeah, Timison, you're following. So let me know that you're following. I've said a lot, right? And at the end of the webinar, I would allow you to ask questions, but let me know that you're following and you're still with me. So we're on step 4. Yes, I can see everyone. Just type I'm following. Awesome. Okay. So let's go on. So now you've gotten the clients, they're about to pay you. So how do you get your money from them to now be able to pay the service provider? And this is one problem. So I've heard like a lot of people, that when I speak to them about this opportunity, they ask me, oh, so how will I now receive the money? Or what if the person now says that I'm a Nigerian? Like, these things don't matter, especially like even when they see your profile. Of course, they know where your location is, so they can see that you're in Nigeria. So if you want, when it's time to get paid, you have to either have one of their payment methods. So you can ask them like, okay, so what payments, how will you be making your payments? And some of them might even want to pay directly to your DOM account. So this is one thing I always advise. You should have options for them. So don't just stick with, oh, I'm in Nigeria, so I don't know how to, like, you should have a PayPal. And this is one thing I'm going to teach you how to open. So you should have a PayPal. If you don't have PayPal, you should have a DOM account, right? So the Nigerian banks, a lot of them they can help you with dollar domiciliary account. The DOM account means domiciliary account. You can have a UK pounds domiciliary account. You can have a Canadian, but you just need dollar. If you have dollar, everybody can pay to your account. So what you just need to do is to get your routing number and your sort code. Those two can help you, Then also, if you don't want to go that route, there are other routes as well. You can use SendWave. So I've used SendWave before, SendWave is very easy. They just need to download it on their phone. They can then load it up and send you the dollar. Before, it used to be that you could collect the cash in dollars, but now I think CBN changed it. So if you are receiving money from SendWave, or I think even Western Union, I'm not so sure about Western Union, but SendWave is very easy. And then there's Lemon. No, is it Lemfi? But I always I don't use any other. I use SendWave, or I just give them my Access USD DOM account, and those are the two things. So what matters most is the value that you're providing to them. So these guys don't care if you're living in Somali or if you're living under a cage, right? So long as you have online presence that shows that, yeah, this person is actually a real person and is a trustable person, right? If they can see your profile, oh, this guy is real, he's not, fake, and you show proof of work, like you're able to show portfolios, you're able to show what you've done, even if your service provider also has testimonials, that also helps a lot. And then, especially if you are starting from the first time, if you are quoting a lower figure, people will trust you with small money before they move to big amounts, right? So if it's $500 they send to you and they say that, okay, you actually deliver. The next time, if you quote 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, they will not hesitate to send you, whatever, in whatever way you want to receive the payment. So this is why, sometimes if we just overthink things and we don't take action, we limit ourselves. So if you're already thinking about how am I going to receive money, how am I going to receive money, and you've not even started the thing, you don't even have a client yet, you are already thinking of how you receive money, you end up not even doing anything because you just be paralyzed overthinking things when you've not even got to that stage. So start first, get the client, get your service provider. Before you get to that point where you receive payments, you would have already sorted all of those things out. Things always have a way of working out, especially when you are taking action. It's only when you don't take action that things will not work out, because you have already, you have thought about everything. You've used your mind to convince yourself that this will be a problem, and then because of that, you are not taking action, and that is a wrong approach. So before you get to that point, do all the things you need to do. And when you get to that point, things will always work out for you. And people, when people trust you, especially, they don't even mind, going the extra mile for you. So receiving payment is like the least of your problem, right? So I see people saying there's Gray app, Payoneer. Yeah, there are so many options, but don't complicate things, right? Don't complicate things. Your DOM account is very, very okay. People abroad can do um, wire transfer. So it's very, very easy to send money to you from their account to your DOM account. Or if you can convince them to use any of those apps that you're talking about, Collins and Adetola, Gray, Payoneer, all those are if you have someone that trusts you, they will go the extra mile to do, pay you in however you want it to happen, right? So the most important thing is trust, right? Trust and providing value. That's the most important thing. So I can see a lot of people following. Well done. It's good to know that you're engaged. It's good to see that you're active, and I'm not just talking to myself, right? So to make at least $750 in the next 60 days, all you just need is, two clients. To make between 500 to 750, all you need is two clients, or one, depending on, the service you are providing or how you can price that service. So you don't need to actually do too much, right? So that's why I spend less than 2 hours every day. Like if I'm especially when I'm looking for a new client. So right now I'm actually okay with the number of clients I have. So I have like 3 foreign clients, so I don't have to. But if, for example, I lose one of them and I want to replace them back, right? All I just need is like 1 hour, go online, search, find the business owner, send them my message, tell them what I can do, show them some of the people I'm working with or that I've worked with, or show portfolio of the service provider I'm working with, and that's all, right? So all you just need is one client, one person to trust you. So if you send 1,100 messages and you get one, it's just that one that you need. So it is not too much effort, I believe, right? So all you need to be able to make $500 in the next 30 days is just one, right? If you want to make more than that, you can do extra, but you need one, right? If you want to do two, fine, but just one person can pay you $500 to $750. So all you just need is one person, right? So if you can see yourself getting that one client, say, let me know in the comments. Say it's possible. I can do it. You can do it, right? So just to show you how, I mean, easy and how achievable, how doable it is. Remember Ebuka that I mentioned before, the sales guy that, that is taking care of himself and taking care of his family now. So he made $260 in the first 4 weeks, right? And when he continued to make, and he's doing very, very well now. He's no longer a sales boy. He's able to take care of his family. He's making good money, right? And that's something that we can all aspire to, right? Um, so you so this opportunity has nothing to do with mastering a skill. You don't have to spend weeks like trying to master. Like, I've done this before. I work as a brands and communication manager. Before I became a brands and communication person, I've gone through trainings, courses, experience, years and years and years and years of hard work. But but despite doing all of those things, I'm not making half as much as what I make from my side clients, right? So how much? $500 now is about seven hundred or thereabout, or 600,000 naira. How many employers will pay you 600, 700,000? And even if they pay you that amount, they would use the life out of you. They would work you to your bone, right? So you don't need to be able to master the skills that you're selling. You don't have to spend weeks or months trying to master that skill, right? And you don't need to have connections, or you don't need to have, like, all of those things. You don't need to even buy products to sell. You don't need shipping. This is not like e-commerce or mini importation, all of those other things that take a lot of time to do, right? This is just reaching out to people and just getting just one client, that pays you monthly, and you're good. And if you want to do better, if you want to get more, all you just need to do is to reach out again and you get more. So it has nothing to do with like putting so much money on the table. You don't need startup capital. You don't have to save money to start a business. No. And you don't even have to be a computer IT tech person. It's not, I mean, this is something you do every day already. We send DMs. If you want to buy things online, you send DMs. So why, instead of sending DMs to buy things, you can send that same DM to a business owner to say, oh, hi, I do this and this and this. I can help you do it for this amount, right? So all of the things that you say, all of the scripts that you say, I will share them with you, and it's very, very easy. All you just need to do, is just reach out to them. And you don't have to be a tech person. You don't have to be a computer person. In fact, you don't need so much time. I've gone to the point where I just spend like an hour, sometimes 30 minutes. If I need a client, if one of my clients drops off, I just reach out, search. I've gotten that good. But for you, you just need, like, for a start, 2 to 3 hours, you know, a day, just reaching out, getting people on, messaging them. All you just need is one client, one person, right? So I'm sure that I've shared so much with you. I wish that we had time. The webinar is already going to, almost 2 hours. And for everybody that is still here, thank you so much for staying. But it's not yet the end. So I still have one more thing for you. So just hold on. So if we had time, I still have a lot. There's so much to still talk about, right? But now you have two options. There are two options that you have now going forward. You have two options going forward, and the first option is to follow the steps. I just showed you 4 steps. One is to find your niche. So you look for the product, look for the service. The second one is to create your online presence. So you need to look, and be legit. So if create your online presence, post, optimize your profile, that's the second step. The third step is to reach out. So you reach out, you find a client. The fourth is to then find a local service provider. So those 4 steps, You have the option of doing them on your own, right? So if you want to do it on your own, fantastic. I'm not going to discourage you, right? You can do these 4 steps. It's actually very, very easy, right? But one of the things that you're going to find is when you get started, you might get confused. You might start to doubt yourself. You might even forget what you learned, from here. And you can get frustrated when you start reaching out to people and they are rejecting you. And even the freelancers too might start becoming difficult, right? So you can also take longer. So there are people that have tried this, that it took longer for them, doing it on their own. They've tried for 12 months, and then that's when you get frustrated and you say, oh, this thing doesn't work, right? So that's an option. You can do these 4 steps by yourself. You can try it by yourself. I'm not going to discourage you. Do it. It's actually very, very easy. But these are the things that you're going to face. You get, frustrated. You might get confused. It can take longer doing it by yourself, doing trial and error, right? But if you don't want to go through all this stress and you want to you want a shortcut, you want something that can help you go faster and make things easy for you, then I have a second option for you, right? So the second option is that you can enroll in the program that I talked about at the beginning. So I mentioned the program, an implementation program, where I'll walk you through this process, the 4 steps process. I'll be your guide, I'll be your coach, I'll hold your hand, make sure that you succeed, right? So this is the second option. The first option is you can do it yourself. I'm not going to stop you. You can do it. Is actually very easy, 4 steps. But the second is having somebody that will hold you to make sure that you succeed at all costs. Even if it means that I have to drag you to success, you must succeed, right? But I have to be able to weed out time wasters, because I've done this thing before for free. I've done this mentoring thing before for free. And what happens is that a lot of people joined and they did not take action, they did not take it serious. They wasted my time, spent all my time and my energy reminding them to even join coaching calls and all that. So right now I want to be able to weed those kind of people out, right? So the coaching, the mentoring, private mentoring program is where you work with me. That's the second option, right? So you can make your choice now. You can either go with the option 2, which is joining the mentoring program and working together with me and my team, and we will guide you through the steps and will constantly support you and make sure that you succeed, even if we have to drag you. We'll make sure that you succeed. And it's not for everybody, it's just for a few select people, because we want it to be very hands-on and very practical. So it's not for everybody, it's just for a few select action takers, right? Or you have the option to try and do everything by yourself, try and figure it out by yourself, right? So Ebuka, during a call like this, during a training like this, Ebuka picked the second option, and he was able to get. So Ebuka did not do it on his own. He had help. He got support from me and my team, and that was the way he was able to change his life. That was how he moved from a sales boy to taking care of himself and his family in 4 weeks, right? So Fumi also chose option 2. And 8 weeks later, she made her first $1,000 online. She has never done that before, until she started this program and she hit that $1,000 mark in 8 weeks, right? And there's also Sadiq. So he's making, some months 5K, thereabouts. And it's because he chose to get this option too. He was also on the call like you. He was also on this kind of training that I had a while back, and he picked option 2, right? And we have there's also a guy called Stajim that I worked with as well. So he made $500 from his first job. So the first job he got was in to write. He was copywriting, and he made $500 first luck. He just tried it once, and he reached out once and he got a client, right? And he chose option 2, right? So I believe that any smart person will go with option 2, and you can see the results. The results speak for themselves. You don't have to, like, you don't have to think too much. You don't have to go through the stress, the frustration. With option two, everything is basically done with you, right? We walk you through, we guide you, we do everything. So the name of the mentoring program, I call it the no skill agency, because basically, like, you don't need any skill, you don't need to master any skill before you can work with these clients. You don't need to spend months, years doing, trainings, taking courses, or doing some internship before you know how to, before you master the skill. So that's why I named it the no skill agency. So you can work with clients as an agency, and you have freelancers. You're working the same way Andela and the likes do. So they get the job, they work with people. And so I want to welcome you to that program. If you enroll to that program tonight, right, you're going to get access to online videos. So all of those videos have been uploaded to a portal, right? You will see everything firsthand. You see my screen where I'm walking you through everything, short clips, showing you the direction, telling you exactly what to do. You would see how to become really positioned. You see how to position yourself, how to create that online presence that I talked about. You will learn how to set up your profile. You learn how to put together all those portfolios, those samples from the freelancers and the agencies. You learn how to do all that. You also learn from this video portal, you learn how to get high paying clients from LinkedIn, because there are a lot of clients on LinkedIn, as I mentioned. You learn how to also get them on Instagram as well. You learn the text, the messages. What are the messages that you should send to them, right? Which is why I said, if you do it alone, you have to figure everything by yourself. You have to figure what to say, and you do a lot of trial and error before you get it. But I've already done all that for you already. I've spent years. I've been doing this since 2020, 2020 slash 2021, right? So I've done it, I've failed, I've spent years, and I've figured out what works. I figured out the messages, the exact messages that you can say. So I'm going to share it with you so you can use that message. So you are not thinking, you are not doing trial and error, you are sending it to them, they are responding, and you're able to close the clients, right? So that's part of what you are getting in that portal that I'm going to share. So you also get personal access to me, and you get access to a Q&A call every month, where we will talk, we will address all those challenges that you are facing. So you have access to me, you have access to my team, you have access to the support group where you can post your questions, you can ask, tough questions, you can, bring the issues. Say, oh, I have this client that is asking me this, or do I need a contract? We have all of those templates, we have all of those things that you can use, so you are not cracking your brain. Like, it's very difficult if you are doing it on your own, but if you have somebody that is with you to show you how all these things work, it is much easy, and it will just be like you are sleepwalking and everything is just working, right? So this is everything that you get. You get the videos, you get the calls, you get constant support, and we'll show you all the steps, we'll walk you through all the steps, we'll handhold you. But you have to also do your own part as well. So I'm not promising you that, oh, when you sign up, you will just get clients and all of that. No, right? If that is what you think, please just drop off, because I'm not going to, like, magically just make everything better for you. You have to also do your own part. You have to do the work. So you get access to all these videos, you get access to me, you get access to my team, you get access to the calls where you ask questions, you have constant support. So with all of these things, you also have to play your part. You have to do the things, you have to do the outreach. So if you do the outreach and with all this support, everything will start to work out. Like, you start seeing results, undeniable results, right? And this is what your life will become. You will gain peace of mind, because you'll be able to increase your income. Imagine if you are making an extra, I don't know what you do at the moment. You might even have a full-time job like me, but imagine with your full-time job, you're making an extra $500 monthly. So even if they are paying you 200K, 100K, 50K, you're making extra income on the side that is covering everything. So people will just be wondering, like, how is this guy surviving? Like, people always ask me, even where I work now, like, how does this economy not affect you? And I just laugh, and people that know me very well, that like I'll just smile, and I don't like to like say too much, right? And people ask me, like, is this economy not affecting you? And I just smile. And that's because like I have support. In this economy, you have to have like two or three sources of income. If your only income is just your salary, you are in trouble, because I'm not even the one that is supposed to tell you. Like, what is happening in the economy, right? Things are getting more and more and more expensive. The dollar rate is going higher. And the people that profit the most from this is people that are making money in foreign currency. So if you imagine, if you're earning in dollars right now, even if it's $100, like, it's crazy. That's extra 150K. If it's just $100, and it will probably be 160, because dollar is fluctuating between 1.5 and 1.6. So imagine you're making that extra, even if it's just $100, you're making 150, $160 every day. You will not even be worried if Tinubu likes, he should make the fuel $1,000. You just be cool and calm, right? And that's what I want for you, right? I want you to have peace of mind because your income capacity has increased. You become somebody that knows how to generate money. You are not that kind of person that is waiting till the end of the month before like you can pay your bills, or before you can send money home, or before you can even help people, right? So you gain peace of mind, right? You'll be able to pay your bills comfortably. All your financial worries will be a thing of the past. You'll be able to take care of your loved ones, and you still have more left. You have so much money to fund your dreams and your desires, right? So you may be wondering, what is the enrollment fee for this program? What's the enrollment fee for the program? The enrollment fee will be 150,000 when I start, because I have discovered that like there's a limit to how many people I can reach with this doing webinars. So I want to have also physical workshop. So in the physical workshop, for you to be able to attend, you'll be paying 150, right? But online, because online doesn't require paying for hall, paying for instruments, all of those things, transport, right? I'm able to give you at a discount. So because I'm delivering this online, I'm giving you a very big discount. So instead of paying 150K, you are paying just 35K, right? And as I said before, it is just for a few people. I'm not even looking for a crowd. I cannot handle crowds, right? If I just get 20 people, the first 20 people, I'm good. So if you're among the first 20 people, I mean, congratulations to you. This is the account to make the payment. Once you do the payment of 35K, send the receipts to the WhatsApp group. So remember that you are paying for access to me, access to the program, where you get the video trainings, you will get the support, you get Q&A calls, you get the support of me and my team, you will get live calls, weekly, monthly. You'll be able to ask questions. You get all the messaging, you get all the templates, you have all the scripts that you can use to message and reach out to people. So all you just need to do is to be one of the first 20 people. So I'm not looking for a crowd. The first 20 people to sign up right now by doing a transfer will get access to that program. And as soon as you make the transfer, please just send the receipt, send the screenshot of the alert, send the receipt from the alert, send it to that WhatsApp group or the WhatsApp community that you were added to. So as soon as you make this thing, it's just 35K, and you're getting the videos, you're getting the Q&A access, you're getting access to me and my team, you're getting the scripts, the word for word things that you're going to be messaging to the clients. You are getting also the ability to be able to ask questions, to be able to get support, constant support. So if you get stuck, or if you need help, you need guidance, there's a support group that you'll be added to where you get all of those things. So there's no reason why you should not succeed. Even if your village people are chasing you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if they're chasing you from, pillar to post, if you have this support, you are going to be successful, right? So make the transfer now and send the receipt to the WhatsApp group. The next 20 people that, after these 20 people that pay, the next 20 people that are going to join this are going to be paying more. The reason why I'm giving these people, this first, you people that are paying now for 35K is because you are you are fast action takers. You are taking action quickly. Because the next people that are going to see, after these 20 people have come in, if you want to come in, you have to pay more. You have to pay 50K because you did not take advantage. So the price will continue increasing until it gets to 150, which is the normal price. And by then, it will be, you have to pay 150, right? So whatever you see now, waste no time, because the next time you come back, it should have increased. By the time you come back again, it should have become like, it should have added 15K, 15K, 15K until it gets to 150K. So if you are here to enroll, you may be wondering, right? What if this doesn't work for me? What if I'm not smart enough? Okay, somebody's asking, the WhatsApp group only allows admins to post. Okay, so we are going to open up. No, you can post actually. I think the WhatsApp, somebody posted and asked a question in the WhatsApp group that how long will this webinar last? I remember very well. So the WhatsApp group allows you to be able to post. So if you've made payment, please send the receipt to the group. So for those who may be wondering, what if this doesn't work for me? What if I fail? What if I'm not smart enough? I've tried this online thing before and it didn't work, right? I'm telling you that, I have 100% assurance. You're not the first set that I'm, working with. I've shown you the results of Ebuka, the sales boy. I've shown you Bakari, the boy that, was working with me and that was able to buy his dream phone. I've shown you Marian. I've shown you a lot of people that have gotten results from this, right? I know that, taking a leap of faith with your money is hard, right? And the reason I'm doing this is that is things that we invest in that we value. Like if you don't invest in anything, you don't value it. It's just facts, right? A lot of things that even me personally have not paid for and that I did not value. So when I pay for things, that's when I take them seriously. So you have to believe that this will work because there are evidence. There are people that have also gone through it. You're not the first or the second. Like, so it's 100% assured. If you do what we are telling you to do in the group, if you watch those videos, you follow the instructions, you follow our guidance, you follow our support, if you do everything as you're supposed to do it, 100% guarantee you are going to get clients. And once you get clients, you start making money. So your job now is to maintain that clients, manage that relationship, make sure that they continue to pay you. Like this is an agency basically. So if you don't manage that relationship, you lose them and you have to start looking for new ones again. So if you're afraid that like, oh, this will not work for me, I'm not smart enough. Like these people, Ebuka was a sales boy. I mean, how no matter how dumb you think you are, or no matter how you think you are not smart, you are smarter than someone that literally is a sales boy. Like, I mean, all of us are definitely we have BScs, we went to school. So this is a sales boy that did not go to university. So you're definitely smarter than. So if you can do it, then you can do it as well, right? And then you cannot fail because you have the support. You're not doing this on your own. With my support and my team's support, you are going to succeed. You're going to get your clients, right? Even if you've tried other things before online and it didn't work, this is going to be different for you, right? So I want you to see it like this, right? There's a chance that bad things could happen, but 1 minute. So you need to let me get back to okay. So you need to be able to follow the processes that are in this program for it to work for you. And with the support and the mentorship and the guidance and the quality of the information that you are getting, the right information. Remember, I mentioned that you need the right information to succeed. So with the right information, you need to I mean, if you have that and you have support, there's nothing that is stopping you from, succeeding, right? But one, you must not be lazy, right? You must be ready to put in the work. This is not something that, oh, because you have support, you will now cross your leg and do nothing. Okay, Oluwaseun, you said you made payments. Okay, so some people are saying that they can't post in the group. Let me ask that they make the. So I'm asking my team now. Okay, so yeah, I've messaged my team to make sure that you guys can put, but I think somebody posted earlier and it showed. But if you still cannot post in the group, let me drop my email so you can send the proof. So this is my email in the comments. So if you still cannot post in that WhatsApp group, please just take that screenshot and send it to my email. So somebody is asking how much is the payment. It is 35,000. And I said that after this opportunity, if you are not among the 20 people that take this opportunity, you are going to pay 50K. And if you come back again and you don't take it, to continue increasing until it gets to 150. So the original price is 150, but because like you are going to be joining the online class, I'm giving you at a very big discount of 35K. But if you don't take that opportunity now to enroll for it, you are going to pay 50K the next time you come to me and say you want to join, right? So you need to take advantage of the opportunity. So I mentioned the boy that got his dream phone when he took this opportunity. So this is the message he sent, right? So he was so glad and he was able to get his dream phone. So there's no reason why you also cannot succeed, right? So Ebuka, the sales boy, like this is the message he sent to us saying that, oh, thank you so much. I was able to get this, make this amount of money. I mean, so if Ebuka can do it, a sales boy that was selling engine oil, right? Why can't you do it, right? So let's take frequently asked questions. But in case you didn't see the account details, let me go back. Just a minute. Let me display the account details again in case you missed it. $95, $96. Yes. So this is the amount. This is the account details. I'll screenshot it if I were you. So screenshot it, make the payment, send the receipt on the WhatsApp group, or look for my email. Let me see if I can pin the email. So look for my email if you cannot drop a message, but I think you should be able to send a message on the group. So this is the account details to make the payment, to send the receipt. As soon as we get the receipt, we're going to add you to the program immediately so you can start as quickly as possible. So I don't like to waste people's time. If this is not worth it, I would not even come here and tell you that, you should invest in this, right? So this is it. And you can take a screenshot of this slide. As soon as this webinar is over and I get the first 20 people, the price is going to go up to 50K. There's no point, keeping it down, because as I said, I just need a few select people. So if you are sitting on the fence, this is your time to make that decision, right? So there are people that are not as smart as you, that are not as lucky as you. Ebuka selling engine oil, right? And he was able to follow through with it, and he's making good money and able to provide for his family, right? So everything you are doing is going to be on your phone. Even if you don't have a laptop, you can still do this, right? So take that account details and post the receipts once you've enrolled in the program. So I'll take frequently asked questions before I round up and end this. So can you do this with your phone? Yes, you can. I have freelancers on my WhatsApp. I think I should even show you like one of the groups so you can see one of my clients that I am working with. Um, just a minute, so that it is not just telling alone. So you can actually see like one of my, so you can actually see one of my groups. So let me just share. Okay, so this is my group of freelancers. So you can see Careerco. You can check for Careerco. Careerco.ca is the edtech startup, edtech company in Canada that is one of my clients. So you can see that there are 5 members in this group, right? So all of them are freelancers that work for me. Some of these names are people that you might even know. They are local service providers that are doing one thing or the other. So if you can see the names. So this is just one of the group. So I called it Careerco Internal Team, right? So this is just one of my 3 clients, right? So let me switch back. So let me switch back. So this shows how easy it is to do from your phone. Everybody has WhatsApp on their phone, so you can do this on your WhatsApp. So all you just need to do is to just manage your team like the way I showed you on my own phone, on my own. So you saw my WhatsApp there where I showed you career call. So when is this program starting, or has it started already? So this program will be always available. So anytime you join, you get access to all the videos and the lessons and the bonuses, right? So what if you have a job or you're a busy student? Can you do this on the side? Yes, I'm also a busy professional. I have a 9 to 5, a very, very demanding 9 to 5, right? So, but if you can dedicate 1 to 2 hours every day, I can promise you that you'll be proud of the results that you get, right? I have a 9 to 5 job, and at the same time, I have 3 clients. Like one of them was Career Code that I just showed you on the WhatsApp group, the internal group, right? So if you're a um, full-time 9 to 5 person, or you're a student, you are very busy, you can also do this. All you just need is 1 to 2 hours a day, right? So what if you don't have an high income skills? I've already told you before, like the only skill that I have is marketing and branding, and my agency has worked with different clients providing different services. So for Careerco, we've done website design. I did not do it. I don't know how to build websites, but we've done it, and we've collected. We charged like two, or was it $2,500 or $3,000 for it, and I did not do a single thing, right? And we've done so many other jobs like that the service providers were the ones that did them, right? So are you going to pay anything else apart from these investments? No, you are not going to pay anything else. So once you enroll for that 35K that I showed you, you're not paying anything again. So you get access for life to all the videos. You get access to the support group. You get access to the team. You get access to all the bonuses, the scripts, the templates, the messages that you send. All of those things is yours forever. So you don't have to pay any other thing apart from this initial investment, right? So how long until you get your first clients and start making money? So it depends on how fast and how motivated and how serious you are. So, but I've seen people, that have made money in less than 4 weeks, but the max is within 4 weeks you should be able to get, and that's if you're even very, very slow. So if you are a very quick person, if you're highly motivated, if you have a strong why, like the way I did, you know, you should see results in less than 4 weeks, right? And there's proof to back it up, right? So how long will you have access to the program? As I mentioned before, you have access to everything for life. It's lifetime access. And so you can take it at your own pace. You don't have to rush it, but if you want to see results, you have to go through it and you have to implement. In fact, I even prefer people that implement as they go. So you have taken the first, you have watched the first video, you implement it, rather than you just watched everything and you are just waiting. I mean, and you're not doing anything. So you have lifetime access to it. As you watch, implement as you watch, so you can take it as your own at your own pace. It's not going anywhere. So you have lifetime access to it once you sign up, right? So how long will it take to implement and go through the program? As I said before, it depends on your drive, on your hunger to succeed. If you are, as hungry as I was, if you are very motivated, you shouldn't take long before you see results, right? So it takes within 15 days, to be able to go through everything and implement, right? But you have your own pace. You can go through it as fast or as slow as you want, right? So do you need to go through every section of the program before you make money? No, you don't have to, right? You can jump to the parts where it talks about just making money. I mean, it depends. It's you decide, but you still have that support of me and my team, so you can always come to us and ask questions. So, will the price of this program increase anytime soon? Yes, it will increase. So Oluwaseun is asking how to open PayPal accounts. Will it be treated? Yes, we're going to treat how to open a PayPal account. All of those things, I believe that you should have options for your clients to be able to pay you. So it's very easy to open a PayPal account. I would show you that process. In fact, there's even a PDF that I created that walks you through that process. So you learn how to create PayPal, and I can even chip in a contact of mine in Access Bank. So I have, as I mentioned before, I have a domiciliary account in Access Bank, and I have someone that opened it for me in like less than 24 hours. I mean, was it 24 hours or yeah, less than 48 hours? So I think he did it in 2 days, and he didn't need any of those things like that they always ask, those long process. So I can also share that contact. So you have a domiciliary account, you have your PayPal, then if you want to open those other ones as well, no problem. But with those two, with PayPal and your dom account, you're good to go, right? So will this price increase anytime soon? Yes, it's going to increase. After I've gotten the first 20 people, the next 20 are going to pay more than those first 20. They'll pay 50K, and it will continue going on and on and on like that until we get to 150K. So can I guarantee that this program will work for you? Yes. And as I said, you have your part to play. I can guarantee you that you get results if you follow the instruction, if you follow our guidance, if you do what you're supposed to do, and you put in, the work. But if you don't put in the work and you just want to make money quick, I would send you back your money, because you're not going to waste my time and my all my efforts, right? So if you are able to put in the work, you would make the money, right? You see results. So I can guarantee that 100%. So if you're at this point and you are yet to make a decision, then it's obvious that you don't want to change your financial situation. You don't want to change your life. You are okay if you've not made a decision yet. If you are still indecisive, there's a sermon I heard, about how God doesn't even like lukewarm people. If you are in the middle, if you are warm, if you are not left, left or right. I think even the speaker, our keynote speaker, talked about it. You have to be committed. Like if you want to do something, you need to decide. Even if you're not going to do it, decide. It's better than being in the middle. If you're in the middle, you achieve nothing, you live a insignificant life, you're just there, you're just existing, right? And that's fine. You can be a bum, you can be staying with your parents, you can be, stressing over bills and all of those things. It's very, very fine, right? But you need to make a decision, right? So if you're okay with your financial situation, if you are not tired of, stressing over bills, if you don't mind the disrespect from people, family, friends, everybody because of money, it's fine. It's very, very fine. It's okay. But if you want to change your story, if you want the respect of family and friends, if you want to be able to take care of your loved ones, like for me, that is my motivation. That is why I do everything that I do. Like in and before end of the month, I'm probably going to do another event, things like that. Like I'm doing a lot of things just to make sure that like I'm able to provide for my family, and that is because like I've decided that they mean the world to me. And you also have to decide as well. You have to make a decision, right? And you don't have to wait for an emergency before you do something about your financial life. You are one information away, and you need to be ready, as I mentioned in my story, right? So I've shown you the opportunity now, and I hope you make a choice that will be best for you and your loved ones, right? You have the opportunity, you have the chance now, and I pray and I hope that you make a choice that will be good for you, right? So this offer is available till Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. After that, you will pay 50,000 naira. So I saw someone in the group asking, what's the timeline for payment? Jonathan, you were asking what the timeline for payment is. The timeline is between now and Wednesday. If you don't make the payments between now, if you don't enroll, if you're not part of the 20 people, in fact, there are three criteria. One is if it's Wednesday and you've not made the payment, or if before Wednesday I've gotten the 20 people, you are paying 50K. So it's one of those two things. If I get the 20 people, first 20 people before then, the price change, or once it's Wednesday and and you come, the price would have changed as well. So it is now or never. Decide now if you want to commit and then jump fully with both legs, because even God does not like, someone that doesn't commit fully, right? So if you've missed that keynote speech by what's his name, Adedeji Bayo, our keynote speaker, if you need to, some of you need to watch that speech again. I think I sent my second or third email contain link to that speech on YouTube. If you watch that speech, you will hear when he said that, like, commitment, you need to commit fully. If you're going to do this, commit. If you're not going to do it, there's no reason why you should still even be on this call like this. Commit to not doing it, commit to being average, commit to being, okay with your present situation, or you make a decision that will change it right away. You can't be in the middle, right? So the offer is on till 12 p.m. on Wednesday. You after that you pay 50,000. So what you get, remember, you're getting access to the video portal, you're getting access to weekly calls, weekly question and answer calls where you ask all your questions. You get lifetime access to the support group. On that support group, I'm there. My team is there. We'll answer all your questions. So you have any questions, your inquiries, we're answering it. Aside from that, every week we're doing weekly calls. You get access to all the knowledge and the experience. So you don't have to make mistake. You don't have to do trial and error. You're getting access to years of experience, right? So in fact, you're tapping into my own marketing experience as well. So even if you don't have any skill and maybe your freelancers are messing up, right? You have the support of myself and my team. So we can even help with the freelancers, we can help with the clients, we can jump on calls, meetings. Like, this is too good to pass up on. Like, you're getting support of someone that's been in the game. Like I've managed even agencies, local agencies in Nigeria, so I know how local service providers work. I've worked with an agency in VI. I worked there for 2 years plus. So I have this experience. I can teach you, I can show you, I can support you. So there's really no reason. It's a no-brainer. There's really no reason why you should not even take this. But if you decide, or if you're still thinking about it, you have until Wednesday 12 p.m., after which the price will change. But remember that if the class gets full, we only have seats for 20 people. If the class gets full before then, you are paying almost twice the price, right? So thank you guys very, very much for staying to the end. I promise to use 2 hours max, and I think we've hit that 2 hours now. Thank you so much. Take a screenshot of this account. Think about everything that I've said. If you want to rewatch this, the video will be up on YouTube till I think Wednesday as well. So on Wednesday, I'm going to take it down so you can watch. And also, think about it. Take this screenshot of this, and I would see you in the program. I'll see you in the community. For those of us that are moving to the community, after Wednesday, that group that you joined will be dead. So for those that move and enroll to the program, I will see you inside the program, where we're going to have so much fun. We are going to learn. We are going to make so much money. And I can't wait for you to meet the other guys. Like there's so much, that they're learning. There's so much that they're doing. And they would also be able to, you also be able to learn from them. I can't wait for you to meet them. They're amazing. And I can't wait for you to join them also in doing amazing things. So I'm trying to use this as well to build a community of people, give back. If you've been following me, you know that like I'm big on, doing a lot of social impact initiatives. So this is part of, the way I could easily charge, more than this. Um, I make more than this monthly from clients, from gigs, from speaking engagements. Next 2 weeks, August 5th to 9th, I'll be in Ghana. So I make a lot of money from all of this, my side things. So I really don't need your 35K, but I want you to invest so that you're going to be serious about it, so that you take it serious. Because I've also been burnt. The time I did this for free, a lot of people wasted my time, but I decided not to do that again. So this 35K investment is for you. Really, it's not really for me, because I really don't need it, right? My trip to Ghana is August 5th to 9th. I'll post on it. I'll post about it on my LinkedIn, so you see what I'm doing, on the side. So it's really about you, not really about me. This is an opportunity to learn something that can benefit you, that can change your life in an instant. So I'll see you guys inside the program, and keep doing good. Take a screenshot of this. You still have a chance till Wednesday. From Wednesday, the group would be dissolved. And if you're still on my mailing list, you'll probably still be getting emails from me. If not, we'll see when we see. Thank you very much for staying till the end. God bless you. And I'll see you inside the program. Bye for now. Have a lovely evening, and we'll catch up on LinkedIn or in the email inbox. Yeah, bye for now, and good night.